If there's anyone in this contemporary world who's going to have an idea of what seasons are like, I suspect that the home gardener is going to come pretty high up on the list. I'm not dismissing farmers or other people who work in weather-related areas, but realistically speaking, home gardeners are out there planting and doing time. We're looking at what's growing, what's finished for the year, thinking ahead, what are we going to plant next? So technically we're at the end of summer in Canberra and we're moving into autumn. It's a pretty crude generalisation, particularly in a country where we've come from a totally different part of the world. The Ngunnawal people here have their own seasonal identifiers, and in the garden I'm actually realising that I have my own, and these were developed over time. So welcome to Feral Manor and welcome to the season of leaf curling, spiders and crabgrass. It is hard to believe that autumn is here, and it's been a heck of a summer. Extreme heat, not enough rain, everything seeming to take so much longer to get moving than it has in past years. But we have still managed to get a really good haul of vegetables, particularly zucchinis, our stars. We have, according to Steve, well and truly surpassed our previous zucchini record. We're already well up over 100 zucchinis, over 40 kilos of them. And yeah, that's all from 4 plants, so you've been warned. The tomatoes have taken their time, but they're really coming on now. All the way along here, we've got tomatoes. This bush is absolutely laden, as are most of our others. We are slowly processing them. Things are moving pretty much the way they normally do around here. We are doing quite a bit of planting, and we're also dealing with the cockatoos, who have finally worked out where our sunflowers are, and they are making their presence felt. Time to dig out this patch of potatoes. And there we go, potatoes, yes. Lots of potatoes. We've got several kilos of potatoes here, Steve. Things are getting ratty looking. We've been lucky enough to have rain for the past 2 days, so stuff is falling over. Not helped by the fact that cockatoos are getting in and attacking things. Well, the poles have been knocked over by the cockatoos, I think, landing on them and then getting over to the sunflower. So I'm just going to straighten them up. Had to down quite a significant chunk of our tree because it was going over our neighbour's property onto their shed, and now I've got to deal with it. Steve did the hard work of cutting it down and I'm working on the shredding. I fell in love with spider lilies the first time I ever saw them when I was travelling in Japan in 2004, and they became one of those plants I just really had to grow. A few years back I got some bulbs and planted them, and since then, well, nothing much. They grow, but they have never flowered. It may not be the best time of the year to fix them up. We'll just have to wait and see how they go. I really need to raise the soil level in this pot. As you can see, it's dropped a good sort of 20-25 centimetres. Going to lift this whole thing up. One of the things I've found out just doing a bit of research is that these need to be planted pretty much at the top of the pot. The stems need to be just peeking out above the ground level. I'm I'm also going to be changing the mix that they're in up a little bit. I'm going to mix in some potting mix. I've also got a whole lot of cactus mix. It's a bit more lighter. I'm going to mix that all up in, and that's what I'm going to use to top this up. So I got them out more or less intact, and I'm mixing the soil up now, and then I'll be ready to replant. Apologies, I know the light conditions aren't the best, but that's what I'm working with. Now going to attempt to place these, if I can get that off my hand, back in the pot, pretty much where they should be without too much fuss. A couple of these bulbs are not upright. Believe you me, the plants can actually find their way towards the light. People do obsess a little bit too much about the need to get everything perfectly upright. The plants can work it out. They're obviously capable of looking after themselves. One of the names for them is hurricane lilies, and that is because they often come good late summer, autumn, during presumably hurricane season. And like nerines, the flowers come first and the foliage comes afterwards. I'm going to put this under our wattle tree where they'll get plenty of light, tiny and a little bit of shade, dappled shade. Good to go. It's really hard to see, but they are just starting to pop up above the ground. And I hope there might actually be some flowers this year. We'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for stopping by Feral Manor. It's been lovely to have you with us again. Let's hope that autumn brings you plenty of rain and temperate conditions, and that we all get our winter plants in on time. See you next time.